Okay. Well, authorities in California say a routine traffic stop turned into a major drug bust last week when they found more than 100 pounds of marijuana stuffed inside a minivan. I always think you're safe driving around in a minivan. Nobody's going to stop you. But according to KCRA.com, a Sutter County Sheriff's deputy was on routine patrol early Tuesday morning when a gray minivan sped through a stop sign in Pleasant Grove. This is what I'm saying, Boris. If you're going to transport 100 pounds of marijuana, just stop at the stop sign. You're all protected. You're in the minivan. Nobody's looking twice at you. And then you go speeding through a stop sign with 100 pounds of marijuana. Officer pursued the vehicle. When it stopped, 3 men ran into a nearby rice field. The minivan was loaded floor to ceiling with 100 pounds of marijuana. Wow. Floor to ceiling. The drugs have an estimated street value of nearly $500,000. 2 of the guys got caught. One of the guys got away. So if I'm going to be anybody, I want to be that guy. I'm just saying, the guy that got away. But, yeah, I tell you, if you're going to transport marijuana, you have to follow the rules of the road. That's just the way it is. Now,
I love your advice for illegal drug traffickers. Just listen, you're going to just follow the rules of the road.
I mean, don't follow
the rules of the drug code, but make sure to at least stop at a stop sign.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. Now, speaking of getting arrested, there's some scary statistics. Someone was arrested for marijuana possession every 51 seconds last year, according to the Huffington Post and new stats released by the FBI. In 2014, there were more than 1.5 million arrests for drug-related offenses, 40% of those for simple marijuana possession. It's just ridiculous. That's an increase following 7 years of declining arrests. Marijuana Policy Project spokesperson Mason Tvert says it's hard to imagine why more people were arrested for marijuana possession when fewer people than ever believed it should be a crime. Law enforcement officials should not be wasting their time and resources arresting and prosecuting people or adults using marijuana. He says police around the country solved less than 65% of murders, less than 40% of rapes, less than 30% of property crimes and robberies last year. Over that same period, they arrested approximately 620,000 people for marijuana possession.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah. That same amount of people were arrested for going through stop signs.
No,
by
I
the
know.
way. Huffington Post reports that support for legalizing marijuana is at an all-time high, yet the government is spending, you ready to see how much they're spending enforcing possession laws? $3.6 billion every year. Just ridiculous.
Just for possession. Yeah.
Just for possession. Those are scary statistics. Those are people that were spending money sending to prison, going through the courts and everything. It's ridiculous.
Well, it's starting to turn, though, now. It's starting to change.
For 7 years, it was a decline. And then this past year, 2014, was just ridiculous.
I think they're getting it in while they can because I think they know the end is near.
Yeah,
so.
well, maybe. But I don't want my money going to that.
Well, places like New York City, they just, they're really not arresting people anymore for having small amounts of marijuana. I think a lot of communities are doing that now, too.
Yeah,
so.
But federally, it's still a big problem. So I'll be happy when it's all solved. That's
sure
the Stoner Report.
She'll be driving around in her minivan.
Through stop signs.